Hi there, welcome to Some DIY. My name's Ben. In this massive box, we've got the Ninja FrostVault. If you're new to the channel, you won't know this about me, but Ninja, I've got tons of Ninja products. You can probably see one just behind me there, the Ninja Luxe Cafe. We've got the Ninja Air Fryer. I've got the Ninja 15-in-1 grill thing. I can't remember what it's called right now. But here we've got the Ninja FrostVault. We've got the massive one. I think it's 61 litre. We'll get the specifications in a moment. But in this video, we're going to unbox it here on the table. You can probably see just behind me, I've got some beers, I've got some Coke Zero, we've got some wine, we've got some gins in tins. We're basically going to test this out on the hottest weekend of 2025. Okay, so today is Friday, the 11th of July, and currently it's 83 degrees Celsius. It's not 83 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 83 degrees Celsius. I'm absolutely ready. On this weekend, it's going to be super, super hot. So tomorrow is Saturday, obviously, because today is Friday. But for Saturday, I think I just saw it's forecasting 27 degrees Celsius. Today, right now, I think it's even more than that. Well, it feels like it anyway. So anyway, the Ninja FrostVault is supposed to keep ice for 3 to 4 days. So this weekend will be the perfect test for this. So the beer behind us, as you can see there, the wine, the gins in tins, we're going to test this out all over this weekend. So the plan today, unbox it here on the table. We're going to refrigerate all the beers and all the wine, etc. in the fridge overnight tonight. I'm going to use some ice packs. I'm going to use some bottles of water just to test those out as well. And in the morning, tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, as early as I possibly can, I'm going to load this bad boy up with all the beer, the Coke Zero, the ice, and I'm going to use it over the weekend. And we'll see through Saturday, then into Sunday. At the end of Sunday, we'll check out how the ice is doing and how cold things are. I will be doing a future video on this as well, some future videos. I will be using it to go to Kendal Calling Festival, so that's the primary reason why I've actually bought this, but it'll be used for camping, trips away, things like that. Maybe use in the garden for barbecues, etc. But as you can see, it's massive. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be. So first of all, let's just go through a couple of the specifications of the actual FrostVault. Okay, so the Ninja FrostVault 65 QT. I don't know what that means, but 65 QT, that's going to be like an American measurement, isn't it? I don't know what that is. But 61 litres, basically. It's a wheeled cooler with a dry zone. It's a slate grey one we've gone for. Currently, the 61 litre, which is this one, is $249.99, reduced from $349.99, so £100 off the full price at the moment. You can get it in slate grey, which is what we've got here, or in cloud white. I went with grey because I thought if it gets dirty, it doesn't matter too much. The white one might be a little bit... yeah. Anyway, so durable all-terrain wheels for easy transport. As I mentioned, 61 litre can fit up to 97 cans in this. That's without ice. It will hold ice for days. We're obviously going to find that out. Heavy-duty construction. It's got carry handles, a premium latch, and a lockable lid. Also, if you've not bought anything off Ninja before, you can get 10% off your first order. So in theory, if my maths is correct, that'll be £25 off. You get this for £225. You might want to use that to 10% on a different Ninja product though. Obviously, there's tons of different Ninja products. So you can get this in 61 litre, which we have got. You can get it in 28 litre or 42 litre, depending on your needs. I probably didn't need the 61 litre, I'll be totally honest with you. But we went for 61 litre because I think the 61 litre on offer is cheaper than the 42 litre. The 42 litre is £280, and the 61 litre, as I mentioned, is £249.99. Also with it, I got a couple of ice packs, so you can get Ninja ice packs. They were on offer as well, so I got a couple of smaller ones. I have bought some third-party ice packs as well, which you can use in here. The whole ice pack versus ice is a bit of a debate that I've looked into. I'm not so sure, but my plan is to freeze bottles of water for the bottom, use some ice packs as well, and then load ice on top of it. It's going to be the plan. I'm going to put the ice on top so we can visually see the ice and how much it melts over the couple of days. So I'm going to stop talking now because I talk too much, and we're going to open this box, see what the product's like in here, and then we'll stick everything in the fridge. Okay, so here we go. We've got the FrostVault out of the box. It's nearly the same size as that box. I thought there'd be more packaging on. It's absolutely massive, to be fair. But obviously to fit that many beers in or drinks in, it's going to be massive. So as you can see, hopefully on the video, yes, you can. We've got two massive chunky wheels on the back, which means you can pull it along with a handle on the front. The handle mechanism on the front is really, really sturdy, really strong metal handle. That's obviously great for pulling it along. Maybe if you walk into a campsite, something like that, that handle's perfect for that. The wheels are super chunky, so all-terrain, probably type of wheel. So a couple of things immediately on here. We've got this stay dry drawer. So this is a drawer to use, for example, if you were taking food camping with you. So you can keep things nice and separated. So you can keep food down here. It does get refrigerated from the coldness of this. It's a nice, thick, insulated front door, kind of on the front of the drawer there. And so you've got two trays in there. You could use that for food, more drink, anything you wanted really. So that's on there. And that just closes back up like so. Then we lock that down and that's locked in place. Now I've got this handle on the front here, which you lift up, this latch, and then lift up the lid. As you can see, massive in there. I will get some close-ups here, but we've got a kind of rubber seal here that runs around the lid. That pushes down on there and obviously keeps a nice seal into there. Super thick, that's a super thick lid. Super thick insulated kind of material all the way around. And as I mentioned here, as I mentioned on this side, let me just rearrange this. That's where we've got the handle there. Hopefully you can see that handle. Nice solid metal handle. That hinge feels really strong. So that shouldn't be ripping off or falling off or anything like that. Just a couple more bits on the front just to show you how to refasten this. So we pop that there, push that down. We've got two holes either side of this here. I have got a couple of padlocks I'm going to use on this. You can buy the Ninja padlocks, but as you can imagine, the first party kind of Ninja padlocks are quite expensive. So I bought some from Amazon. I will show them at some point on there, but I just went with some standard kind of number key code padlocks with a long arm just to go through all that there. So you could use one or two for extra security. And I think that's probably it. Obviously this in a camping environment could be used as a seat. You've got a couple of kind of drink holder holes there that you can put your drinks into. So you could probably sit at least two people on this quite easily. There's a little bit more, some stickers on the front just kind of telling you about the actual design, what you can fit in there, how many cans. Got 97 cans or 60 bottles, I think that is. So yeah, that's everything in there. Just a bit of an image about the actual drawer system. It's got some food on there, either side of there. It's really easy to use, that drawer. Just open it up. You can put more drinks in there though, I think. We'll see how many cans we can get in there. So that's everything design-wise overall on the actual FrostVault. What we'll probably do now is just put this to one side. I'll show you the drinks we're going to use. I'll get them in the fridge and then we'll put them in obviously tomorrow morning. Okay, it's Saturday morning. Things have been freezing overnight in terms of ice and those bottles of water. Some of the bottles of water haven't actually frozen, which is weird. But anyway, that's not a problem. So all the beer is chilled, the Coke Zero's chilled, the wine, the gins in tins are all chilled. So it's time to fill this bad boy up. So my plan, I think, I'm going to lay some ice across the bottom. Not too much ice, just a layer of kind of one of the bags of ice I've got, which I'll show in a moment. I'll lay that across the bottom. Probably put that flat ice pack on the bottom as well, and that should keep things nice and chilled down into that drawer below. So that's what it recommends. It does recommend in the instructions to fill this up with ice to kind of cool it down to start with, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to just go for it. Just to point out, it's Saturday the 12th of July. It is right now 9:25 in the morning and it's 25 degrees, so it is warm, really, really warm. I'm sweating. So this, we're going to fill up. We're going to leave in the house for this morning. In the afternoon, we'll be outside in the garden, enjoying the garden later this afternoon. So we'll probably take this outside then. I'm not going to leave it outside now because I want to protect it out of the sun for a little bit. Probably keep it out of the shade as you naturally would do. I'm not going to put it in the sun on purpose. So try and keep it in the shade. In the instructions, it does say to cover with a blanket or tarp if you can, if it is going to be in the sun, but we'll keep it in the shade where possible. So I'll do a time lapse. I won't show you step by step me putting cans of beer in it, but I'll show a time lapse of what we're doing. I'll show you it before, I'll show you it after once it's full, and fingers crossed we can make this last for all weekend with ice and cold drinks. So I'll switch to a time lapse and we'll get going. Okay, hopefully you can see everything's in there, got absolutely tons in there. It actually weighs quite a lot now. I put it on the floor because I won't be able to lift it off the table. So got all the beer in there, we've got the wine, the gins in tins. We've got the 2 drawers full with some beer and some Coke Zero, and I put the Ninja ice packs in there as well. So all I'm gonna do now is load it on top of here with the 2 other bags of ice that I've got. So I'll do that now and then we'll leave it until this afternoon. (3:06 p.m) First beer of the day. Lovely and cold. Let's get this closed up before it warms up again. Okay, it's 9:37 on Sunday morning. We still have lots of ice, a lot less beer because we drank a lot of it. But there's 2 bottles of wine, gins in tin, beers, Coke Zeros, and actual ice still there. You can see some water at the bottom. It is really warm in this room though, so I might wheel it out of here for now. But we've still got ice. Monday morning. Okay, Monday, 6:20 at night. This is now fully melted. The water's super. We've still got bits of ice floating around as well. So it's still super cold, still really cold, still probably beyond refrigerated. So still kind of working. We're just sat in a bit of water now, obviously, with the ice that's melted. So looking good. Okay, all done now with the Ninja FrostVault, the 65-litre version that we've got right here. We've lasted all weekend with the ice, and now it's Monday, as I just mentioned just before in the little clip. Monday, we've still got ice in there. Not many drinks left in there. We drank most of that beer over the weekend, which was great, but it's kept things lovely and cool. And because it's using ice in there, it's actually keeping it cool in the fridge, I would say. It's that kind of really, almost like when you put a beer in the freezer for a bit, just to chill it. Just chills it a little bit more, but doesn't freeze it. So super impressed how cold it's kept things. As I mentioned, there is ice still in there, little bits of ice. Obviously most of it's melted water now. There's a couple of bottles of water in there that's still got ice in them as well. So it keeps things really cold. What we're now 3 days in, we're 3 days in, 3 full days in as well. And I reckon this would keep things cold for another couple of days. Obviously the ice isn't there as much, but if it was fuller, I think the ice would be there. So no complaints whatsoever in terms of keeping things cold. So as you can see though, it is absolutely massive. It's a 65 litre, you can get loads in there, but it is big. Theoretically, I probably don't need this big one, really, to be fair. 65 litres is a little bit too much. But at the moment, the 65 litre is currently cheaper than the 42 litre. And this will get used. We'll use it for parties outside over weekends to chill in beer. As I mentioned, I think earlier in the video, I am taking this to Kendall Calling, which I will do a separate video on that as well. So super easy to wheel around with the handle. Obviously, if there's a lot in there, it does get quite heavy because obviously there's a lot of weight in the beer and the cans, drinks, food, whatever you're carrying in this. But on its own, empty, it's not that heavy at all really. You can easily lift it on your own. No problem whatsoever. And then obviously when it's full, maybe 2 people would probably be needed to lift it, or 1 person could pull it along with the actual handle using the wheels on the back. Okay, all done in this video now. So this was basically just a kind of first use, first impressions, kind of showing you what it does, what it can do, how long drinks will last in there, which has been 3 full days now, still doing great. As I mentioned, there will be a future video, Kendall Calling using this, and probably future videos after that as well. I may do a long-term review type video on the FrostVault as well. If you have enjoyed the video, or you've at least found it informative, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If not for any reason, give it a thumbs down, but do let me know in the comment section why. Any questions about this, any ideas for this, anything at all you want to point out or you want to ask, drop that in the comment section. I will reply to all questions and comments. And if you want to follow the Houston DIY channel for more product reviews, DIY projects, tech reviews, giveaways and much, much more, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one.